Well, fighting to be free. A monument is being dedicated downtown tonight to commemorate a time when St. Louis was on the right side of history.
And the Freedom Suits Memorial outside the Civil Courts building pays tribute to the hundreds of slaves who risked their lives for their freedom.
Alex Feast is live this morning downtown with the years-long effort to make this memorial possible. Alex.
Monica, Michelle, good morning. Civil Courts Judge David Mason says the legal precedent for most of these freedom suits was this: if a slave owner took his slaves into a free state long enough to meet that state's residency requirements, then under Missouri law, freedom attached to that person. And in Missouri, in the years before the Civil War, the theory was once free, always free. Now, the sculpture by artist Preston Jackson pays tribute to hundreds of people civil courts officials call the brave and tenacious black Missourians who demonstrated great courage in fighting for their freedom, along with the help of some equally brave lawyers, jurors, and judges. This took place over some 57 years before the Civil War. The freedom suits cemented St. Louis as the country's most active legal venue for these cases. Judge David Mason says out of 400 cases filed, jurors following court instructions freed more than 130 slaves, and their freedom was absolutely protected. It is a 14 years long labor of love for Judge Mason.
Are you a parent?
Yes.
Remember when you first looked at your baby? Did you ever see a more perfect child? This monument is about the city courts, the lawyers, judges, and plaintiffs who were very courageous, took great risk upon themselves, because you can imagine if they lost. I mean, not only were they subject to being beaten or killed, but in many cases they were sold literally down the river to harsher conditions in Louisiana and Mississippi. And that's where the phrase being sold down the river comes from.
Oh.
Exactly.
And we are back now looking live in downtown St. Louis. As you can see, the 14-foot bronze statue has been etched with the names of enslaved plaintiffs in what is believed to be the largest known single collection of their identities. Now, tonight's official unveiling is scheduled for 5 o'clock here outside the Civil Courts building.